before we even hop into this, make sure y'all can hear me. Lord willing, this is quick, straight and direct. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Everything is good. Shalom, shalom. Everything is good. Everything is good. Hold on one second. Regardless how anybody feel about the title, um, it says that GMS been keeping it 100% raw and direct. If you can bear witness with that, hey, you bear witness with that. Other than that, you got to be watching to even know what I'm even talking about. Um, and I'm going to reference what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to just get into a little something. Right. So, like I said, man, they been 100% bringing raw and direct understanding, man. Um, Out of them and Sakari that's talking about the charagma, which is physical, you know, everybody beating around the bush, or they just teaching some feel good, right? They go into every detail in the script. This is my preference. I don't care what nobody else is talking about. I'm just saying they come raw and direct about every situation, let alone when dealing with like unity. You know, everybody think unity is a whole bunch of congregations coming together and teaching the word when they all not teaching the same thing. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 2. It says, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. So when I go into this, be ye like-minded, which is autos,
Strong's G 846. Autos. Autos.
so autas, Salaki. This goes into same, right? The same. Hold on, going back. So being like-minded is the same, right? Just like I was describing to a few brothers, you can have a little brother that follow right after you, do the same thing as you, talk just like you, the same. Like if you watch Power, Tyreek might think that he's not like his father, but they both act the same. They're both like-minded, smart, trickery, you know, slick, always have a plan with another plan of one accord. Let's see what that goes into.
Strong's G 4861. Sumsuchas. Sumsuchas.
Sumsakas. Like-minded. Let's see if it goes into, it's still saying of one mind. Of one mind. Being on one accord is of one mind. Let's do another thing. Let's do another one, right? Okay. No, not. No. Nobody said that, right? Um, I'm trying to get a better understanding. That's not what I wanted. Salakia, I'm trying to get it. Like, when you go to Romans, the 15th chapter, let me actually see if I can get it. I don't know if this is the verse I really want. The 15th chapter. Verse 6, it says that ye may be one mind in one mouth, glorifying the Most High, even the Father of our Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Now, I always use the reference of a choir, right? When a choir sings, it sounds like one mouth, right? Because if somebody makes the wrong note, the tone or the sound is off, right? So when you come in this ministry, right, depending on what congregation you under, you're gonna want to be under one mind, speaking the same thing, right? And I don't see unity like a brother. This video is really inspired by a brother saying, who was it? Let me think about what brother it was. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what brother it was. I'm about to get this post that this brother put before my phone died. Tetla Nicholas, right? There's nothing wrong with what he said. He said, a house divided against itself, a house divided cannot stand, Israel. You quote these scriptures all the time, but do you realize that we are divided by our afflictions with different camps? Yes, we are a nation that is divided, let alone when it comes to sins and you want to be righteous. Now, if you want to talk about congregation, yes, it's a division, right? Everybody, this camp might be stronger in the law. I can't really say every camp is strong in prophecies. Some brothers might be strong in bringing out precepts. Some brothers might be strong with bringing out history. But the Lord paved it this way. Man's going is of the Lord. And the Lord had difference in his in this movie that we in. He made brothers have different umbrellas. Because if it was just all green, this would be easy. And anybody can join, even the hard-headed stiff necks. But how I see it, when you see these congregations and when you look at scriptures, the Lord is not going to reveal every mystery to everybody. Some people might not get the hard things. Even the littlest things can be broken down in the deepest form. And some people might not see it, just like some people might not see that Yahushai is Adam. Some people might not see Isaac as Yahushai through the Spirit, or Solomon, right? And this is how it is, man. You know, everybody is not going to see the scriptures through the Spirit, right? Everybody is not. The Lord is not going to be able to reveal to certain brothers that the charagma is physical. The Lord is going to only allow them to see it uh, as sin, right? Or they might see it spiritual, right? A lot of us is trying to make the congregations come together and try to do it on our own, right? The Lord is only dealing with a few. He's not dealing with the many, right? That's why only the few are going to devour this ministry. Let's go to it. I forgot this app will not go to it, so let me use it on this. Where's it at? Sorry, this phone is a little slow. Second Ezra chapter 8, scriptures we always bring out, right? And starting at the top, verse 1, it says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. And I tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that giveth much mold whereof. Earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world." Salaki. Whew. "There be many created, but few shall be saved." And the only few that's going to really be saved is the elect that the men of the Lord is constantly trying to feed, man. You can't milk the understanding of the Lord to fit your own narrative, right? And yes, of course, the Lord is going to use his comforter to reveal certain things that you might not see. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? But we all got to check ourselves, check our spirit at the door, man. Jacob trouble is going to come when the man is swiped on them corners. The things that came in some of these congregations with teaching other is going to be exposed. Nothing I can do, nothing you can do about it. Anybody teaches Shabba Dabba Ding Dong, some feel good, it's going to be exposed. It's not, if you speak of something that speaks of destruction or things that's going to make people go left with it, it's going to be revealed, man. Every false teaching was revealed, right? And I'm not going to just stand here and say, GMS probably said something and they corrected themselves, man. I seen videos of a brother, hey, we used to teach it this way, but, we correcting that. Yo, to me, that's fire. When you can correct or come back on your understanding in a more eloquent way. You can have it come in a more deeper sense. You can even say, you know what, we did say this, we was wrong in this way, but this is what it really is. Yo, to me, that's fire, because to me, it shows humbleness when, like, sometimes I do a video to cut myself sometimes. I see brothers that make a video to cut their own self or cut the old man on thoughts or how they used to move, right? And that's what we need, because Israel's always looking in like a window shopper. And it's always good to update your understanding, man, right? Because sometimes you might teach something for 5 years and the Lord might let you only see it at that level. And then it come a time where you like, you know what? This is not how it really is. This is what it is. And you added more sense to it. That's your how by Shem Yahushai having you correct your own understanding or correct a brother, right? However you feel, if you feel that this unit over here, that's your truth. You know what I'm saying? But scripture show me these brothers over here is letting it be known that ain't no such thing as a unity, right? Because I know brothers bring out Sirach 25:1, where it says, the Lord loveth when the brothers of unity, right? Let me actually get it so I'm not butchering the verse. Sirach 25:1. It says, "In 3 things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before God and men, The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agrees together. What is this unity, right? Let's go to it. What is unity? Mm, uh, Hold on, I'm looking for it. Psalms 133 verse 1, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Let's see what this unity is going into. Together in unity.
Strong's H3162. Yached. Yached.
Yahad. So unity, alike, at all once, both, likewise, all together, together, alike, likewise, right? It said alike. Unity, union, together, all together, alike, right? Let's see what this word is. What is a union? Union is basically uniting, joining, association, alliance, a league. The intent of unity or joining two or more things into one, right? But now when we look in the scriptures, you can't join together something that's not true, or something that don't make sense with something that do make sense. So it has to fully make sense. That's like you bring out Revelation the 13th chapter, 16, 17, and you try to precept that with Ezekiel 9 and 4. It won't come together. Like look, watch. When you look at Revelations, the 13th chapter, we're going to look at what it says for Mark, and then what it says for Ezekiel 9 and 4, right? This is just to put on, let me see. For what the Lord paved the way through the brothers of Great Millstone, you know, coming 100% honest, man. And, and I know I hurried up and started with a scripture. So let me pause and give, double honors. And let me give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, right? Because that's the start of what I'm trying to bring out, that these brothers is bringing it raw and straight direct. They're not trying to bring in confusion. Let alone, I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching and believing this word, and in truth and sincerity, right? Trying to usher in the hopeful elect. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect who are scattered four corners of the earth and four corners of America, in and out of congregations, teaching and believing in this word. Lord willing, the Most High will allow you to endure and increase in this thing. And for the wise and the single sisters, shalom. And Lord willing, you can continue to pursue to be a loving and silent wife and a virtuous woman. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith, right? So to go back to what I was saying with this mark, this even brings it more, right? A charagma. This is mark, right? Let me just read the verse first, where it says, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? That's just one verse, right? And we're just going to go to the word mark to see if there's a difference, right?
Strong's G 5480. Kharagma. Kharagma.
Karagma, right? Strong's definition is a scratch, a stamp as a badge of servitude, or a sculpture figure like statue, graven mark. And this mark is a physical mark, a badge of servitude. You can't get it twisted and make it sin or make it spiritual, right? Because most times you can fall into sin because of your own human nature. It could be yourself that falls into that sin, right? It could be you. Or Yahweh Shema Shai will have the left hand side test you, right? But that's something different from the left hand side of the Most High, which is spiritual wickedness. And then you got the left hand side, which is righteous, all right? Spiritual on the right hand side, right? And at the end of the day, it says buy or sell. Now, the spirit on the left hand side, how can it deal with buying and selling on the left hand side in the spirit, right? Now, you have some brothers, hey, it's spiritual, but if they do bring out a chip, I'm not taking it. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but you want to push it being spiritual when somebody can take that and say, hey, look, I took the charagma, but I'm spiritually following the Lord, so I'm not in tune to that. Like, you got to think on how that makes sense. They say it's spiritual. Like, what you mean? If you in the spirit, you're not going to take it? That's what you mean? If you spiritual, you're not going to take the mark. They're not explaining it that way. The way that they're explaining it, that it's spiritual, they're saying, no, this is not physical, this is spiritual. So if you spiritually take the mark of this world, then you won't get it. But then Revelations 14, 9 and 10, how are they going to know that you took it? If it's spiritual, how are they going to know? Oh, how you talking, how you move. Wouldn't make sense, right? So the biblical is a stamp, an imprint and mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. In the nation of Idumea, the Edomites, the white man and woman, are the biggest form of an Antichrist, right? So now let's go to this Ezekiel 9 and 4. Now we've seen that this was a charagma. Let's look at what it said in Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst. Right? Now this is spiritual. The angels on the right hand side is going to do something spiritual on behalf of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Now let's go to see what this, because like how Elder Tahar say, he say sometimes you got to go into the words, because you could read something and if you break it down, that could make total sense. If you was to break it down without getting the word, I would think mark is the same mark. The same mark. I knock your ass out, you get a black eye mark. Physical. That is a physical mark. When you hit somebody, they get a mark. Or you stab somebody, you shoot somebody. It's a physical mark. When you think of something spiritual, it's going to be spiritual. Because even with Revelation 7 lining up with Ezekiel 9 and 4, there's going to be a spiritual thing. Because none of us know that we are the elect. But that spiritual seal is going to hit you that you're going to be notified that you are of the elect. It's going to be something spiritual. We're not going to be caught up in this physical system. This is a physical system. This is a technology system we live in. So the word mark, let's see if it say charagma.
Strong's H 8420. Tav. Tav.
Right? Let's see it again.
Strong's H 8420. Tav. Tav.
See? So this says Tav. Let's see what this means. Hitting Strong's info. A mark. By simplification, a signature. Desire. Mark. What's the biblical usage? Desire mark. Mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. This is a sign of exemption from judgment. Okay. When you go to Revelations, the 14th chapter, this says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, which you see in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 15 all the way to 17, 15 all the way to 18, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out with mixture into a cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Right? You're going to be destroyed if you take this mark. But we just read in Ezekiel, that mark is a mark of exemption from judgment. Right? Judgment of the fire and brimstone. Now, when you look at Revelations 20 and 4, that's the judgment of this kingdom. When you don't want to yield to their ways, they're going to try to martyr anybody that don't take the charagma. That is unity, right? Even if before I seen GMS bring this out, I believe the I believe the mark was physical. Now, going in the blue letter, I never went into it, but the way you hear it in the scriptures, it was plain to me, right? Some things might be plain to some they got to go further and they still might not see it. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Ashai. He allowed me to see it. Then brothers are like, man, Great Millstone been teaching us. I'm like, what? Man, my brother Yermayan sent me a video, and out of all camps, I heard them and Sakari say that the mark is physical. Now, that's unity when it comes to that understanding, right? I'm going to tell you, if I go do a unity camp with anybody that teach certain things otherwise, I'm going to make a video about you. Because it goes like, say if it comes to talking about the garment, like wearing fringes. Numbers 15 talks about a garment. When you go into the etymology, a garment can be a dress apparel, a garment like that you pull over your head, or a robe. That's not a shirt. A shirt would be an undergarment. Now, scriptures do not say you can't or you can wear fringes on a shirt. But fringes is about the fringe, right? It's about the fringe that remind you. Not the garment and not the shirt. It's the fringes. So for me, hey, you want to wear fringes on your shirt? Hey, you go ahead and go do that. But you cannot take away and say that you can't, that the scriptures do not show that you are supposed to wear a garment. That would be wrong because the scriptures do say a garment. Now that would be unity for me to say, yes, before when I was reading it and seeing it, hey, it say this. But I used to wear shirts with fringes and I seen it this way. I never knew how to break it down or say, hey, no, you can't, no, you can only wear garments or this and this and that. I was just wearing a shirt because I wasn't used to wearing a garment. Then brothers came and we sat down and was like, look, this is saying a garment. And we went into the etymology and it made sense. Like, yeah, that do say a garment, a dress, a robe, something you put over your head, not a shirt. But hey, isn't it okay that if you put fringes on your shirt? Yes, because the scriptures do not deny or take away that you can't put fringes on your shirt. So I would have to accept what the scriptures say, right? Fringes on a garment. Yes, we live in a new modern time. When we see scriptures of our forefathers, he was speaking of how we were moving and how we were supposed to do it. So if you can make a garment, put fringes on your garment. You wear it, you wear it. You don't, you don't. But never take away that brothers is wrong because they saying you got to wear a garment when you go out and teach or when you walking out doing your thing, right? That's unity. Unity is not like, nah, bro, scripture don't say you got to wear a garment. You can wear a shirt. Man, that would be not unity. Now, for me, I'm not taking away from somebody wearing a shirt, but I'm agreeing with what the scriptures is saying and then what the understanding of the word is saying. So I am agreeing with the scripture. Now, somebody saying, oh, do otherwise, I don't agree with that Because when I go out and teach physically, like you don't see me because I'm out and about, I don't have a garment on. But when I'm out really going out teaching on the highways, I put my garment on. Yes, sometimes I wear fringes on my shirt, jackets, some of my button-up shirts. Yes, I wear fringes on my shirt. But scripture-wise, garment scriptures is for a garment. Hey, if you don't accept it, I'm not here to make you accept shit, right? Just like the wheat and tares. You have to understand the tares is the wicked one. Some people say the tares is the Edomites. No, the wheats and the tares goes into the 2/3 in the elect. Plain as day and simple, right? This is why I say GMS teach 100% raw and direct. Sometimes it might get uncomfortable for you, right? Sometimes it might get uncomfortable. Some brothers be like, hey, watch out who you giving double honors to. But then brothers can be giving double honors to an elder that might say something is interchangeable. Oh, Romans 11, this is dealing with the heathen. Or we're going to say this man Cornelius is an actual Edomite, right? Just because he's a part of the Italian band, right? If I don't see it, I can't agree. I can't do unity with you. But that doesn't mean I can't come together like, hey, yo, Shalom, I can't break bread with you. I'm going to break bread with a brother that's calling on the right name of Yahweh Shemashai and doing the work. But unity, oh, we're not in unity if we talking about teaching this word as a union together, the whole volume of the Bible. Prophecies, dark sayings, and parables, that would be a contradiction for somebody that's coming in, right? And that's the one thing. If we all stay in our lane and somebody say, oh, all y'all Israelites teach different things, guess what? We all are Israelites, right? The ones that's doing the work, right? But now, even in time, everybody had to get a touch up on their understanding. Paul was Saul. At the time, Saul had to get a touch up on how he was teaching. Yahweh Shai had to blind that ass. And then he came and he changed and started speaking to the Gentiles, right? You're always gonna need an upgrade in your teaching, right? You're gonna always need a correction, right? Let's get it. There's nothing wrong with that. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 12. For whom Yahweh Shemashai loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. So the same way we might correct our sons, a false balance is gonna have to get corrected, right? Look at a Hananiah. He got corrected, but he didn't take it because he wasn't sent. The Lord didn't send him to teach. So guess what his judgment was? Death, being destroyed. If you can't get it right and fix it, you will be destroyed. You might not be destroyed in the next day, a week later, a month later, a year later, but you're gonna be destroyed when that time comes, right? Every day we have a chance to fix what we saying and how we teaching. I have to fix me, right? Before that day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And if I'm teaching something, this is why I put it on the social media that the brothers I labor with can correct me on it, right? Hey, if we not teaching together, it's gonna be hard. Only thing brothers is gonna do is articulate that brothers are saying either GMS got 100% truth or GMS keep it raw and they keep it direct. Or brothers say, man, GMS got the truth. Somebody just gonna articulate, or these brothers believe in the grape doctrine, or they believe in the charagma. You know what I believe? That these brothers is in unity of the same way I see the scriptures, right? Before I came around, it was the brothers I was laboring with, I was in unity with, and soon as we all agreed on one understanding, we were already in unity. So before I give anybody outside the brothers I labor with and the brothers and the apostles and elders I watch, unity start with your house. And my house is the brothers I labor with from Asher to Yarmayan, right? For right now, the ones that you see in Bashar, we are in unity because we see things the same, right? And let alone the ones that have been paving the way before we even stepped out on here as babies, is the apostles and elders and the men of Great Millstone, right? You did see me with other congregations, right? Laboring with HOI, having our own camp TCF, right? In labor and being in the limelight with all congregations going in the street. Yeah, brother, you going to hell. You Edomite, doing all that other stuff. But then you start looking at, we get more views, you get more people to watch you when you got somebody kissing your boot or when it's contention. And then after your video, you ask what somebody learned. They be like, look, I learned that somebody, a heathen gonna kiss your boot. You know, I could be loud and bring out edification. It's people, I'm downtown. I'm right next to this Egyptian sophilus, this damn penis thing. Look at this, right? I'm near this Egyptian monument, man, where people come, where tourists come and take pictures, right? So the people that's around, walking, talking, having a good time, they can hear me. They can totally hear me, right? But I'm not here to only bring people to listen to me because of the action and entertainment. Some people saying, you shut the hell up. But that's part of the ministry. Somebody coming against or scoffing against you teaching, right? But this is not for entertainment. This is for edification. This is for us to come back to Yahweh Shem Shai and walk stern in this thing and be bold. This ministry is not something to fucking play with, man. Right? It's either you taking it serious or you're not. Right? Some of us just do it for the views. Right? Some of us do it just for the money that come in. Right? And I'm not saying some of them brothers is getting money and they ain't giving back to the community, they ain't doing nothing righteous with it. Right? But you'll have brothers that's making millions off of it, while these other camps, they can use a few dollars you got. Some of the camps that be doing these certain events, right? Man, we make unity look the opposite. I call it contradiction unity. A whole bunch of brothers teaching together but contradicting. I've seen brothers do unity, and they did a lesson about each other right after. How the hell is that unity if we gonna teach against each other? That don't make sense. So right now you can see the unity of what I'm saying. Anything I'm saying might go against another camp that's you teaching. We can come together. Let's come together. You know, if I know we teaching and we just bringing out the law, okay, let's bring out the law. But at the end of the day, if we don't agree at a whole integrity, it still would make an unbalance. It's brothers that I know that be hitting me up for answers. Guess what? If we can't agree on things, we can't walk together, right? Let me get that in Amos. And it's a brother, you know, I got love for the brother. But if you're not willing to come in this thing and learn and be corrected, brothers feel like, oh, you think you know it all. You don't want to be wrong. Hey, shit, I don't want to be wrong when it comes to teaching the scriptures. But if I am wrong, I want Yahweh Shema Shai to correct me. And how he's going to correct me? He's going to bring somebody that's more wiser or that has more understanding than me, and he's going to correct me. There's times when my brother Yarmayan or Asher or even Daniela or Sam said something, I probably said something wrong, even if it was Bashar, man. And I had to touch it up and fix it, right? This is Amos 3:3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? I'm not walking with somebody that don't agree. If we not agreeing, we can't walk together. But hey, yo, brother, I agree with that one thing, but the other part, I don't know. We ain't working on that time. And if we can't agree, keep the shit moving. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to see you when I see you. We going to talk. We going to laugh. We going, you know what I'm saying? We might even have a drink. But other than that, further than that, no, we can't. You don't see the apostles teaching with the Pharisees. You don't see the Pharisees teaching with the prophets. It doesn't work. Hananiah was not teaching with Jeremiah. Jeremiah was speaking, and then after Hananiah just felt like he had the spirit. And guess what? One has to die because he's teaching falsely. Right? This is, let me see some. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness? Right? Hey, the whole point is unequally yoked. Right? We want to be evenly yoked in this thing, and it's not really you got all the breakdowns and I don't. It's about even if I don't understand it, I don't remember it precept for precept. It's about being equally yoked by understanding. I see it. Oh, I see it that way. I just didn't teach it yet. Oh, I see that same way too. It's not about I don't see it that way, but I see it that way, brother. You want to go out and teach? We're not equally yoked. The reason why, that's why I like how Sakari, they don't want if say if a brother is one brother in the city or two brothers in the city, they don't want you to go out and teach. They rather you have five plus brothers with you so that you don't get cut, right? Or you get stuck somewhere, a brother can come and help. That's why it's always good to have different parts in the body that's good with different points so that if you get stuck, they can come and guide and help, and that makes sense, right? And that's why I'd rather have brothers that I know we all teaching the same thing. So when I'm out, I'm gonna teach what we teach and what we see. Let alone we teaching the understanding of great millstone, regardless if you accept it or not, right? It's because the spirit led us there, right? The spirit led us there. And me as a kid, I like it raw and direct, right? Don't give me no sugar down. Don't give me no sugar water. Please give it to me plain, so that I can hear it, hearken to it, and dissect it like a damn frog, right? Because we want the scriptures to speak. I'm about to end this soon because I gotta go finish handling what I gotta handle. This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. And I'm gonna read this in the NLT. It says, "Look to the Most High's instructions and teachings. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark," right? And it could be somebody that's already calling on Yahweh Shem Al Shai, and they contradicting what's true or what they think is correct and what they think is incorrect, right? The scriptures don't care for your damn opinion or your emotions and feelings. Just bring out book, chapter, verse, and show what's true and what's not true. And this is what we have. We have a lot of prideful brothers and a lot of prideful sisters, right? Hold on, let me get this too. This is Job, the 36th chapter, right? Verse 10. It says, "If any obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity, and their years in pleasures. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge," right? So a lot of us disobey the Lord in the smallest way, right? We could be prideful. A lot of us might not want to accept correction, right? Proverbs 12 and 1. "If you hate reproof, you are brutish." Let's actually go to it. I'm actually getting excited right now. I'm getting excited for no reason. I'm getting excited. Let's see what reproof means. This is Proverbs 12 and 1.
Strong's H8433. Tochecha. Tochecha. And
Tokaka.
second entry. Tochacheth. Tochacheth.
Tokahath. So, what is the word again? Oh yeah, reproof. Reproof is chastisement, correction, refutation, reproof, even in defense, argument, chasing, correction, reasoning, corrected. If you hate correction, you are brutish, right? And this even goes to the brother that hit me up and say that I don't want to be wrong. I came in this thing not to me be right. It's about Yahweh Shem Shai being right. So for me, I believe in the spirit. I believe that the spirit is not working like Harry Potter. I don't believe automatically I'm about to get a vision out of the spirit just hit me and I'm talking to myself, hey, you better do this. Hey, it sometimes can happen in those ways. But if we're being illogical, the spirit will draw you to another man that's moving. That's just like when we inquire somebody, when you acquire a message from the Lord, and inquire the Lord. Let's see if this will give it to me. Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, this is Rebecca, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And I'm a Lord willing, if they give me that, nope, they didn't give me the precept. I'm gonna show you what inquire go into. Actually, I'm gonna go into it first, right? 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Let's see, because it's gonna explain it, and I'm gonna read it in two translations for y'all too. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. The phone loading. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. And I'm going to read the KJV first. It says, before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to a seer, which is a visionary, right? It says, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Now, when you look at verse 9 in the GNT, I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, the servant answered, I have a small silver coin. I can give him that, and then he will tell us where we can find them. Saul replied, a good idea. Let's go. So they went to the town where the holy man lived. As they were going up to the hill to the town, they met some young women who were coming out to draw water. They asked these women, is the seer in town? At that time, a prophet was called a seer, a visionary. And so whenever someone wanted to ask God a question, he would say, let us go to the seer, right? And a seer is a prophet, a messenger. So we would go to the seer and he would give us a message of Yahweh Shem Shai. What's to come, what's to be, and what will happen. Praises be to Yahweh Shem Shai, right? And the Lord has the prophets, the seers, back on this earth now, right? And all we got to do is go look for them. Go look, go seek, right? Go search out the scriptures. Go search the highways and byways. Go out to the teachers. Go look for the teachers, right? The ones that's ready to answer all questions, right? Hey, that's another thing that I like. They don't deal with contention. They don't deal with debating, right? There's nothing wrong with debating, but the more you keep going back and forth, and there's no edification. I'm not leaving the scene uh, uh, without learning something, you know. And if you go in a YouTube video, when you go in a YouTube video, you ask a question, they're going to answer you. Not off the answer you want, but what the answer the scriptures bring, right? Hold on, y'all. This is a good one. This is Sirach chapter 20, verse 32. Should I start up a little? Okay, I'm going to start at verse 30. It says, wisdom that is hid in treasure that is hoarded up, what profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom, right? So a lot of men is hiding their wisdom, right? Some brothers is just going with the freaking flow, right? Elder Tahir, in his time, he was the first one to come out and say Cornelius is an Israelite. He was the first one to say the Charagma, right? From my knowledge, he's the first one to say all Israel shall be saved, right? I'm not putting nobody on a pedestal or saying this is, oh my goodness, he's awesome and I made him, oh my goodness, he's a celebrity. I go off of the spirit, man, the inward part. Wait, hold on, let me see if I finish that. Okay, I'm gonna finish 32. Necessary, patient in seeking Yahweh Shemashai is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. And when we look at Acts the 8th chapter, who would be the guide to guide you in scriptures? A man of the Lord, right? What was I about to go to? Oh yeah, 1 Samuel 16 and 7. And it says, but Yahweh Shemashai said unto Samuel, look not on the countenance or on the height of his stature, but I have refused him. For Yahweh Shemashai seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh Shemashai looketh on the heart, right? And these men that I might speak of in good words, I don't look at them in the outer appearance. I look at them in the inward appearance, let alone I know me in the world, and I always say this a lot when I'm teaching. If I get bored with something, I quit. And lately I've been in this truth. The Lord been allowing me to grow and have experience, right? And experience comes with patience. And for me, I didn't rush to get where I was at. I didn't always follow this understanding or following these teachers, right? I came in here on my own by Yahweh Shemashai guiding me by having my brother Yarmayan get on the video. We always was talking. We always brought out something. If brothers didn't agree, brothers would correct you and be like, this is what it's going into. And I'm like, or and if I seen it, or if I had to read it again. And if I didn't get it, I never taught it until I got it. And then let alone if I was laboring with them, I didn't want to teach something that they not teaching. So I would just hush. A lot of times I didn't teach prophecies. I didn't go into something too hard because I didn't see it yet. The Lord let me grow. We talk more. We talk more. Then we join the congregation. They're teaching something, and it didn't make sense to me. And then it makes sense to him. It didn't make sense to them. And it makes sense to them. So we came together and tried to dissect it to see if maybe the spirit not working with us. Maybe we wilding. And then we came together, and then we broke it down as a unit, and we all agreed it didn't make sense to us. Like, we get it, but that's not what it's going into. So then we had to go to an elder and say, hey, look, we don't see it this way. Hey, we see it this way. Isn't it? It's really this way. Nah, brother. So then we seen that nothing was going to change, and it wouldn't make sense for us to stay with somebody or be under anybody's umbrella if we don't see it the same way as them. That is unity when you see it the same. So it's not unity in teaching or being one mind or speaking one mouth if we don't see it the same. And it's more wise to remove yourself because then we're going to bring contradiction and confusion to the camp. If we teaching it this way and people watching us and they see the elders and the other mighty men and the captains in that camp teaching it this way. So we have to get the hell up out of Dodge, right? And we removed ourselves. So then brothers seen it this way, and we like, yo, since we seeing it this way, I think our understanding is gonna match with these brothers. Who? I never watched them before. Brother, I'm telling you, these are just the understanding we under. Man, show me a video. A video was sent to me, and it was clear as day, and they spoke the same thing that I see in the same way I get it. So me personally, Great Millstone teach the raw and direct truth. If you gonna get it, that's like you dealing with whatever congregation you in. If you see it, you see it. You know, I might not see with your camp. Hey, I might not be moving in the spirit of your congregation. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to sugarcoat this thing, right? I don't want to hide certain things, man. I agree with the scriptures is saying. Now, some things I might not fully teach yet because I might be feeling like I'm missing a certain precept, right? I'm not here to be the best teacher. I'm here to be the best Adar Gabar. I want to make sure that I'm teaching book, chapter, verse to the black Latinos and natives, the true Israelites, the hopeful elect, whoever they may be. And I don't want to be ashamed. I want to keep my head held high and firm, right? Then that's what you need to do, right? If you ever second guessing who you watching, maybe that might not be the camp for you. I do not believe if you can't believe the crescent moon is the new moon and you believe is the dark moon, you should not be fucking with that camp unless you start seeing that it is the crescent moon. But if you's like, nah, I don't agree with that way, and then behind closed doors, you're like, hey, look, my camp, they teach it this way, but I don't see it that way. You're gonna be in a sheep hole of trouble. You could say that to the wrong person and they'll go to your camp, to your captain or somebody, be like, yo, I was with this brother. He said that it's really the dark moon, but he teach with y'all. I'm not about to be that. I'm not about to say the Karagma another way and I go teach it. Somebody's gonna watch me, a brother in my camp, a brother out my camp, and it's gonna be seen. And there's other brothers in other camps that might be watching, or brothers in Great Millstone that watching, and they're gonna it's gonna whatever's in the dark is gonna come to light, man. So it's better just to teach with brothers that you see it the same way. That helps camps stay in their lane and don't have confusion. Yo, I teach this camp understanding. This is my understanding, and you're gonna know by the umbrella, right? We the 716 Israelites, and our understanding is the understanding of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, right? I don't have a banner, right? Because I'm not about to camp hop. And then the next minute I don't like this or I like that and I want to leave. Or you bring other brothers in and then they don't like something, then they want to leave. No, I don't want to do that. And I was never a brother that hopped from blood to crip or camp to camp or this and this and that. I'm not about to be known for that. And I'm not about to let my brothers be known for that. We just about to be out here teaching this word, right? Now you know. When we say 716, we from Buffalo, man. You got Great Millstone out here, 716 too. That's teaching well in the spirit, man. And I believe what they understand. And I'm not in Great Millstone. I'm not in their camp, you know. And I'm not here to join their camp because I'm not about to join their camp and the spirit happen. A brother, I might leave or something. I don't want that. I don't want to join and think about leaving. So I'm all about following the understanding, man. That's like you picking up the Bible and say, man, after fuck the Quran, fuck Christianity, I'm following, I know I'm a Hebrew Israelite. What's next after being a Hebrew Israelite? Dabbling in the dark sayings, the parables, and the prophecies, man. Just like Dan told me one day, brother, I need you to hop into the prophecies, brother. You a good teacher, but I think you're going to be on fire when you hop into prophecies. I'm not ready. Got my feet wet and I'm in there. So at the end of the day, like Suge Knight said, man, if you don't want your producers all in the video dancing, come to Death Row. If you want the raw, direct truth, man, come listen to the brothers at 716. Go listen to Great Millstone. And I'm not going to scratch off Sakari either because I see that they teach the Karagma. And Gorilla, he comes out of Great Millstone, man. So I respect what they bringing out, man. So hey, if you don't see it my way, but you see Sakari, all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shai, because at most fit, they're basically in the line, right? But if you want to constantly be fed, man, brothers in 716 is doing a video every day. Don't worry about no brother, why brothers doing exhortations every day. I'm not 1 week video man. In a minute, we gonna be off the streets. We gotta constantly be teaching this word, man. If you got 2 wives, man, them wives is hungry, man. You're not about to just be giving your wives dick every damn day and you ain't giving them book, chapter, verse. Even though the bed is undefiled, you do whatever you gotta do, right? But you gotta be teaching this word as much as you having fun, as much as you parlaying, as much as you having a good time, right? Don't be a lover of pleasures more than a lover of the Most High, right? Have more love for Yahweh Shema Shai. Like my brother said, I'm not gonna quote the person's name. He said, man, brothers got more love for their city than they got love for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Nothing comes before Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Money, no woman. Women, your head is before anybody outside of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Your man is before your family, before your TV, before your job, before your emotions and feelings. Your husband come first. But for a man, nothing comes first but Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? And if anything is coming in the way or trying to get in between you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that shit got to go, right? Lord willing, this was edifying, man. Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth until death, right? Is people watching me, man. Remember, you know what I'm saying? They steady looking, they hearkening. Lord willing, they is. You know, you never know. Get off the camera, they say something. If not, hey, it is what it is. But unity is when your camp is teaching the same thing. Unity is not all camps coming together like a damn sandwich. That's not gonna happen until the falling away comes, until the day of the Gentiles is fulfilled, until Jacob's trouble come and niggas is not using it. Who's gonna give a damn about a 716 Israelite camp? We not gonna be on the corners no more. That umbrella is finished, right? You're just a pedestrian. You're a pilgrim. You still might say, "Oh, I'm this camp." But that shit ain't gonna mean shit. Niggas ain't gonna be on the corner, man. Right? Brothers is gonna be on the run. Brothers gonna be on the go. Brothers might be in hiding. The Lord might be doing spiritual acts. Brothers is not gonna be holding no damn banner when Jacob trouble come. When they shut off from you teaching this word, man. I don't want to keep teaching this word. Sweep me off the street, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's how you gonna know that these teachers on the corner is real, man. So Lord willing, that was edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be. Yup, my phone died, man. All praises. We're gonna give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakakwadash. Yahweh being the most high God, and Yahushai is who the world, and he calls Jesus the Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching this word and believing this word. And definitely shalom to the hopeful elect that scatter four corners of the earth and four corners of America, teaching this word and believing this word in and out of congregations. Lord willing, you can endure and continue to increase. Till next time, Yahweh speed, shalom from your brother Adar Gabar. Can't even see my screen.